interesting phenomena, if you like. Is it phenomenon? Anyway, one of the interesting things I've noticed over the years of doing Bowen is that the results and the responses that one gets are the normal things you'd expect from any kind of body work or manual therapy. People come back and they report less pain and more mobility and so on and so forth. But there's another sort of undercurrent, if you like, of things I've noticed, which is people coming back and saying, well, yes, my pain's changed, or they're reporting, and if we've got good notes, we can notice this. But also that, in the last couple of weeks, particularly down the track, sort of 3 or 4 weeks down the track, I've changed my job, or I've taken up some exercise, or I've quit smoking, or my relationship ended. And things that have had significant impact on their life and their behaviour are things that they've done in the more recent past. And when you ask them that, you go, why, what happened? Yeah, I don't know, just, I thought it was time for me to get out of that job. It wasn't doing me any favours. And it lends the question, this may sound a little weird, but it lends the question, do we inherently know what is bad for us? So obviously we can experience pain on a very conscious level, and restriction and movement, we notice things. But most of our daily decisions, if you like, are the things that we're doing in terms of our digestion, our breath, our even things that we've learned behaviourally, are things that we do, and we do unconsciously. We do without really thinking or considering it, or giving it, being mindful about what it is we're doing. So why is it, not to say that somehow we already know that the thing that we are doing, the relationship that we're in, the job that we have, the lifestyle we have, the smoking, the drinking, the eating, what have you, isn't something that actually we shouldn't be doing, and that by engaging in some kind of treatment that allows us to be open to change, we can therefore also undertake other changes. We can shift, we can inherently and deeply know that actually we do need to eat better, or we probably are drinking a bit too much, and we can make those adjustments on a very subconscious level and do away with the things that don't suit us, that don't sit right with us, that aren't right for us. And I've seen this countless times in treatment sessions over the years, as far as Bowen is concerned, where people have just made these little changes to tiller. I mean, in some instances, really big changes, and communicated things to people that perhaps they should have done a long time ago. So maybe this is the same in all kinds of body work. I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to us, but it's just something I've noticed with Bowen, that because we're not directing the outcome of a treatment. We're not saying this is what the treatment will achieve or not achieve. We shouldn't be anyway. We can open ourselves to the possibility of all kinds of things potentially shifting and being different. And that's what I like about Bowen, the subtleties of it. If you look for it, if you look for those shifts and those changes, I'm not excluding the fact that it could be therapist-led, that we might have questioned somebody about something, or we might have said, how much do you drink, or how much do you smoke, or do you take any exercise? And those have also triggered the change in behaviour. I'm not suggesting that purely it's just a Bowen thing. I don't really know, but it's just an observation that I've made over the years, and other people have come back with that too. That these things shifted. One of my jobs is to examine, to look at students as they're going through the process of training, and I get to see them at their module 5 before they come back and do their exams, and I get sent their case histories. And it's a double-edged sword, because sitting down at a desk and doing paperwork is always a hardship as far as I'm concerned, but I sort of transform it by getting involved in the stories that are unfolding in front of me from their case histories. And it's absolutely remarkable, the things that I see from people that 9 months ago, 10 months ago weren't therapists. They'd never done any kind of therapy, and they are putting their hands on people and not knowing what to expect. And 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we see these reports of people free of pain after 14 years, 10 years, unable to stand, unable to go to work, and so on and so forth. So we're seeing these over and over and over again. And it's just really interesting to see that in the case histories from people, and the expectations of the students as well. Sometimes they I've given them 4 treatments, and their pain's gone away, and they're improved as far as their movement is concerned, but I haven't quite got it. And because they don't really know, they don't have anything to compare it to. So it's a really interesting thing to look at, and yeah, just some thoughts about the subtleties of Bowen and what I've seen, and